guys, it's Lynn here. I hope everyone is having an amazing day. Now guys, welcome to our indoor houseplant end of May update. And this is going to be our indoor houseplant update and our cacti and succulent polytunnel collection update is going to be uploaded at the same time as this video. As you can see, that is the polytunnel outside, which is full of our cacti and succulents. So links up above to that video of our cacti and succulent collection update in the polytunnel, and also I'm going to put it in the about section down below as well. So this is our houseplant indoor collection, and that's the cacti and succulent polytunnel collection, which is going to be the links up above, as I say. Now then, we start off here with, as I say, the houseplants. We have mostly the cacti and succulents are all out into the polytunnel, but we have a few of euphorbias here on the windowsill. And I'm going to start off here with probably down this side here. Sorry if the lighting isn't brilliant, guys, because it's sort of in shadow a little bit. Now, we have a Ceropagia nilolita here, which has got loads of new growth coming on it here. And we have here an Epidendrum ibaguense, a beautiful little orchid here, which is gorgeous, and it's loads and loads of new growth on this here. And then we have a Euphorbia milli here, a cutting that is doing very, very well. Some more euphorbias, a bit of a mixture of everything really. Here we have a little Schefflera little cutting there. And this one we have this is a beautiful Dendrobium nobile that I bought a few weeks ago. It seems to be constantly flowering. It's doing remarkable. And here we have the most gorgeous little begonias. This is a begonia baby tiger, and this beautiful little plant here I got from a charity shop here in Belfast a good few months ago now, and it is flourishing. It's one of the ones that's quite sought after. It's not easy to find, and I only got it for £1. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. What a bargain. And this is the little baby. A leaf fell off, planted the leaf, and it sent out new little shoots. There's another little planty from that. Isn't it beautiful? And then here, this is a rabbit's foot fern, a Davalia. This is a cutting that Honza got, that he rooted himself. He rooted one of the little furry rhizomes, and got loads of new shoots there, new little fronds coming out, doing ever so well. Here a selection of our euphorbias, Euphorbia obesa. Another Euphorbia milli. This has the most gorgeous big chunky leaves on it. Beautiful. Here Euphorbia canariensis. Just show you in the window there. There's some little seedlings there. We grew from seed. They're doing very well. And then here we have Euphorbia melliformis, Euphorbia obesa. This is commonly known as the poinsettia plant. Beautiful, still got red bracts on it as well. That's doing very well. This is a little Ripsalis that I sort of took it. It wasn't doing too well in the polytunnel. It was getting a bit too much light, I think, and that seems to have picked up now. This is the Dancing Bones, and nicknamed the Dancing Bones, and it's Ripsalis salicornoidus. I think that's how it's pronounced. Some more euphorbias. This is another one here again. Another Euphorbia milli too. More obesas. And a Euphorbia commonly called the corn cactus variegata. Euphorbia mammillarius. Euphorbia platyclada there. And as I say, another Euphorbia platyclada. That is wickedly mad Euphorbia. Euphorbia here medusa. As I say, apologies for the lighting, guys. The best I can sort of do here, unfortunately. This is a Euphorbia. I think it's a Euphorbia ferox, that one. Terrible lighting. Sorry about that, guys. Actually a really bright window, but the light is in front, so that it's not the best. I hope you get an idea. Now, this is a lovely, lovely orchid, a Zygopetalum that I bought the other day. I saw it and could not resist it, guys, from the garden centre. And like you may know, I've sort of recently been getting into orchids, so I'm starting slowly so I can get to learn about them properly before I go and buy too many. But this is just, it has the most amazing smell. It's gorgeous. And here we have a cactus cutting. Now here, this is in the most beautiful Begonia picta, and it has gorgeous flowers on it. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful corally pink flowers, bunches and bunches and bunches of flowers. They're so gorgeous. And all around here as well, look. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful. And what's amazing about begonias, as I say, beautiful as well with a little begonia tiger, is they have the most beautiful leaves. I mean, look at this spotty coloration on here. It looks like somebody's just got white paint and just splashed, splash, splash, little spots all over it. It is so beautiful. And the shape of the leaves and the beautiful little white spots. It's really, really beautiful plant, I have to say. Really, really gorgeous. Look at that. So that's the kitchen anyway. I say mainly all euphorbias of different varieties on the windowsill here. And we have a couple of crystals because we love our crystals. We have them around our plants as well. And just a bit of a tip if you're placing crystals around plants, best to use ones, if you've got them in a sunny window, best to use ones that are clear or at least white, misted sort of frosty cacti crystals, because if you put colourful crystals such as amethyst and things like that, they will fade in bright sunlight. But obviously it adds a little bit of lovely sort of energy and aesthetics to the window. So that's the indoor plant collection in the kitchen, and now I'm going to show you the living room. Now guys, I nearly forgot before I go off into the living room, this is our fern collection that we have here in the kitchen on the kitchen table, and some beautiful streptocarpuses as well. We have a couple of different streptocarpuses here. Gorgeous colours. This one is the polka dot purple one, and just look at them blooms, guys. They are so beautiful. Really, really gorgeous, and lovely big wide leaves on them. And this one has the thinner leaves on it, but beautiful, beautiful variety. And we have a selection of many different ferns, all different types here. And too many to mention, but we keep them all onto a little black tray, and we make sure they're well watered. We mist them every day and keep a tiny bit of water in the tray as well, because grouping them together and keeping them on the tray really helps with the humidity levels, which they really seem to like. Now we're in the living room, or say Honza's music room. Living room stroke Honza's music room. Honza's actually away at the moment. He's gigging. He's a musician, so he's away gigging at the moment. So he's not in the video, but he'll be watching the update when he comes back. Now we start up here. This is a beautiful, beautiful Dahlia. Look at them lovely hairy roots. Look at that, guys. Isn't it gorgeous? And what's amazing about Dahlias, they have these lovely hairy sort of rhizomes, like an aerial root, but it takes moisture from the air. And they also use it as well for support in their natural habitats, as they would be using it to cling on to sort of different types of areas, such as trees and things like that, to get moisture from the air. Beautiful, beautiful fern. And here we have some African violets, a beautiful purple one there, and a lovely pink flowering one too. Absolutely gorgeous. And then we have here a philodendron, which is really beautiful here. Look at the leaves on that. So try and get the lighting right here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful leaves. Very healthy. Lots of new growth coming on that as well. Really, really beautiful. And then we have here, which is this big, big plant. Again, apologies for the lighting. This is a Stephanotis Floribunda, which has a bundle of flowers. Absolutely beautiful. So again, it's difficult to get the lighting with this window, so apologies, guys. Hope you get a bit of an idea here. That's the windowsill collection in our living room stroke Honza's music room. Now we're in our little bathroom here, and we have a Ficus, commonly known as the rubber plant, here by the window, which is doing very, very well, seems to be thriving. And here we have one of the little Hoya kerries, commonly known as the sweetheart Hoya. And this is one that we had just from a leaf, and as I say, I don't give much hope for it because they're meant to be a bit of a con. They don't supposed to survive long term, but we'll never know. I'm going to be repotting it in the next few days, and fingers crossed it may sort of sprout new growth. I've heard some people say they've had them for a few years, and they do. Some of them have grown, but a lot of them sort of died back. So we'll see with that one. Now here we have a little pot, a little bit of a bonsai pot with a mixture of mother of thousand kalanchoes with the little babies growing all along the edges. And these plants are just tiny little babies that fell off the main mother plant in the polytunnel. And as you can see, these little babies have now got their own babies, which is wonderful. And these are little these are Tradescantias that Hans grew from seed from his mother plant, and they're doing very well. But these are all going to be potted on in the next few days too. Now this is a Lancia. commonly known as air plants, and this is a Tillandsia xerophilia, I think it is, one of the big ones, and that seems to be doing very, very well there. Gorgeous. And a little kalanchoe there, the one with the lovely sort of rosy colouring on it. And we have some more, oops, kick the buckets, apologies. Here we have some more Tillandsias here. Now, again, very difficult to get the lighting on here because of, hopefully you get a bit of an idea. We've got them all on the post here. They are doing very, very well. The air plants are quite remarkable. They seem to thrive here in the bathroom. They get plenty of sunshine, but as you can see, the window here has a frosted glass, so it doesn't get intense direct sunshine. They seem to like a bright, indirect position sunshine, which suits them perfectly. And you see a lot coming into bud and flower, which is wonderful. We had a few flowering as well. That one's been flowering, and there's a few more in bud, which is really, really wonderful to see. But they're growing very well. There's another lovely bud on that one too. Look, see what you can see there. Wonderful, wonderful. And that's in the bathroom. We only have a little bathroom, but it's just enough to put a few plants in. Now guys, here we are in the plant room number 1. This is also my office, and we have a selection of different house plants all in here. We have, these are a lot of chlorophytums. We have 3 different types of chlorophytum in our collection. We have the one that is all green, the all green variety. And then we have the one which is commonly seen with the white stripe going through in the middle. And then we have the one where it has the dark stripe going through the middle instead of the white stripe. In other words, the chlorophytum one in reverse. And then we have this one which just has the big wide green stripe and the more pointy leaves. So these are going to be potting up into hanging baskets over the next few days as well. They're going to look a lot tidier, all potted up together. We also have another big chlorophytum here that I've had for many, many years too. And he's also going to be, may pot him up into a hanging basket or may put him into a bigger pot. I'm not quite sure, but he's going to be potted on the next few days as well. And then over here, this is a seed pod from one of my epiphyllums, my Epiphyllum ackermanii. And this, I've harvested the seed. And I'm just waiting for the pulp to dry so I can gently remove the seed away from the pulp. And I am making a video of this in its stages. So this video will probably be on in the next couple of days of me harvesting this. I'm just waiting for this to dry before I can remove the seed away and then put it into the little bags. But so stay tuned for future video of that. So I'm very excited to have seed from my Epiphyllum ackermanii. And then this is the tools I'm going to be using for harvesting the seeds. If you're wondering what that is. And then we have my phalaenopsises that were gifted to me by Shane Walsh. So thank you, Shane. And I see the little kiki on there forming, another little one there. Wonderful. So they're doing well. All I do is I just submerge these in a bucket of water once a week for about 10 minutes and then let it drain. They seem to be doing well anyway. And I will be repotting these in the future. I need to trim down some of the dead roots and just put them into fresh orchid soil. And here we have some cuttings that I've taken, and more sort of dragon fruits there. This one is another begonia, and this is absolutely gorgeous, guys. Begonia Sizemoriae, and this beautiful begonia was gifted to me by my wonderful friend Rachel from Gardening at Derwent. So I'm sure a lot of you will be familiar with Rachel. And just look at them lovely big furry leaves. They're lovely, well, should I say hairy more than furry. They're absolutely beautiful. And here we have the commonly known, I think this is one of the elephant's plants. Here, little tuber that Olga from Olga's Dreamland gave me, and sending out a new shoot there, which is wonderful. This is another Tillandsia here, commonly known as the, it's one of the trailing plants. And that is doing well. This is another impatiens. I just cut down the other day, gave it a trim because it was getting quite wild. Sending out loads of new shoots too, which is really wonderful. This was also given to me by Rachel. Impatiens auricoma times bicuodata. So that is being re-trimmed and coming up with lots of new growth, which is great. This is another impatiens as well. Not quite sure what one this is. This is one I bought in the bargain sale in the reduced, but it has the most beautiful pink flowers on it. Really, really beautiful. And then here we have our Serrapagia Sansonii cuttings that Honza has propagated from his big mother plant. Sadly, his big mother plant has died, but he managed to save a load of cuttings from it. And these have all taken, which we're really, really pleased with. As you see, new little leaves coming there. So we're so relieved because it's a very special plant for Honza. But unfortunately, it fell off the table and broke in pieces, and we saved all these, but the main part of the plant just died back, even though we tried to save it. But as I say, great, we got cuttings, so thank goodness the plant lives on that way. Now here we have got some of our Schefflera from the main Schefflera plant, cuttings that Honza propagated. They're great, they're doing very well. When we had to trim the big mummy plant down, these are cuttings took. Now here we have the Hoya Kerry, our proper Hoya Kerry plant that has the heart-shaped leaves. This is a proper plant rather than one of the ones where it's just a leaf. So these are guaranteed to live long term. And I'm very happy to see lovely big stout new growth on that. Look at that, guys, beautiful. Look at the heart-shaped leaves. So it'll be wonderful where that flowers in the future. Now we have another Hoya Kerry. This is Honza's Hoya Carnosa, and we are very happy to say it is in gorgeous flower, guys. Just look at that remarkable big bunch of gorgeous flowers. Isn't it beautiful? And Hoya flowers are really, really remarkable because they look almost fake because they're just so beautiful with the bunches of flowers on them. They look like plastic. And as you can see on the left, there's another big bunch of buds forming there too. So that's very good news. First time flowering as well for this plant. So Honza is very happy, and so am I. So that's the Hoya Carnosa. And the really good news, guys, this is the Sansevieria, commonly known as mother-in-law's tongue, in gorgeous flower. Amazing. I just have to turn this so you can see because the main part is hiding behind. Now the flowers aren't looking as good as they did the other day. I've actually made a video of this in flower. I just need to make the video and upload it, so it'll be on in the next couple of days. But very happy to see. This is the first time flowering, and this is actually Honza's plant he brought over from Sweden, and it's never flowered before for him. So to have it flowering here for the first time for him ever, he's very happy. And it smells gorgeous. It actually smells a bit like jasmine, a bit like ylang ylang actually, the scent of ylang ylang. Oh, it's just so gorgeous, it really is. And then this is Honza's big mother plant of his Tradescantia. Tillandsia is the air plant. This is a Tradescantia. And this is the one that's got big mother plant. He's got a load of seedlings in his grow room, which I'm going to show you in now. And this is in big flower bud. As you can see, loads of flower buds. And when the flowers open, they're beautiful little white flowers all inside, like they're in a cradle. Beautiful. And this plant has the lovely dark purple underneath as well. Beautiful plant. So that is doing very well. Now here we have a load. These are all the seeds I'm going to be sowing this week, guys. I'm going to be sowing a load of cacti seeds. And I've got them all here in order. What I'm going to be doing, quite a lot, so I've got a lot to do. These are all the pots I'm going to be using to sow them. A couple of bigger ones there. Loads of bags, because I like to grow my my cacti and succulent seeds by using the baggy method. Honza would just sow them direct into pots, and they do very well. But I always prefer to use them in the bags. But they both work, whichever method you prefer. And if you're not familiar with growing from seed, then links up above to a video I've made on how to grow cacti from seed. And it's the same with succulents, exactly the same method. And you'll see why I like to use the baggy method and how I sow and grow them from seed. And this is what I'm going to be sowing this week. I've got a mixture of Trichocereus, different varieties here, Lophophora williamsii, epiphyllums from my own plant, Chichi castanengo, and Epiphyllum Mrs. Jahi Bahim. Very excited because these are what I propagated this time last year, and I harvested the seed in October last year, and I'm going to be sowing them this week. So Honza's already sown them and they've germinated, which I'm going to show you in the room next door now. This Rebutia sinalis seeds, Lilacina rosea from Shane Walsh. Thank you, Shane. I'm going to be sowing them this week. More Rebutia muscala also from Shane. some Ripsalidopsis Easter cactus seeds from my own plant, and some cactus mix from my wonderful friend Jude from Roots Nursery. So thank you, Jude. Some Schefflera truncata from my own plant. I'm going to be sowing that also. And some spider plant seeds from Jude also. So thank you, Jude. Chlorophytum all green from my plant here as well. So that one is going to be sowed as well, the spider plant chlorophytums. And then Notocactus rosulatus seeds. I'm going to be sowing them from my own plant. And a mixture of winter hardy apuntia seeds that were gifted to us by our friend who lives in America, that he's got from the wild, from wild apuntia he had growing there. So that's going to be very exciting to sow these 4 different varieties. He doesn't know what they are, but they're winter hardy anyway, because where he lives it's absolutely minus very cold temperatures, so they'll definitely survive here in Ireland. And some more apuntia from Jude also, from Roots Nursery, Cape Cod. So thank you very much. Going to be and apuntia vulgaris. So I'm going to have a busy time sowing them seeds. Now I'm going to show you Honza's grow room. Now here we are in Honza's little grow room here, and he has, I say, a lot of the stuff that he was growing now is in the polytunnel, because they're mainly cacti succulents. But he has some little Tradescantia seedlings, and all of these here he has grown from seed from that lovely Tradescantia plant that you just saw earlier. Beautiful, and they're doing really well. He's potted them all up. And I've got some more seedlings here, some little euphorbia as well, they're grown there, Canariensis seedling, and a little Stapelia. And this one is a lovely Cereus as well that was gifted to us by Olga. Has been potted up. Some more seeds on the go. More little cactus seedlings there. Now these are lettuce seeds. Hans has been growing these lettuce here in the grow room here. And here's a mixture of, I won't really fill it up because Hans has got it all in there with the humidity correct and everything. A mixture of epiphyllum seeds, as I say, that the ones that we pollinated ourselves, and they are growing very well, and a mixture of all different types of cactus seeds in there. And this is Hans's ZZ plant here, doing very well. And more mixture now. This is the winter hardy. I just have to show you this, guys. These are the winter hardy apuntias I'm going to be sowing this week. Hans has beat me to it and has sown them already, and they have germinated very fast, which is very fast for apuntia, because they normally can take up to 3, sometimes 4 months or even longer to germinate. So that's very good news. So I'm very happy for him there. So I'm going to be sowing mine this week. And these are some lovely African violet leaves that Honza is propagating here. I said they're very easy to propagate from leaf. So he did them the other day, so good to see how they take. And here's some Cereus cuttings that he's got on the go as well. So this is Honza's little grow room, and I'm going to show you, last but not least, our little bedroom ferns. Oh guys, this is our little bedroom window and our little fern collection. Again, apologies for the light, because the light is not the best in here either, because when it's sunny outside, it's very difficult to get the light in. But to quickly show you here, we have a lovely beautiful Boston fern, Nephrolapis exaltata, that is doing very well in the window here. Another Nephrolapis cordifolia underneath there. We have another Davalia here, which is commonly known, as you know, as the little rabbit's fruit. This one has got the thinner rhizomes and furry feet than the main one downstairs, but it's a very similar but slightly different variety again. Smaller leaves and smaller rhizomes. Here we have another little fern here. Not quite sure what this one is, but he's didn't too good. He was a little bit brown around the edges, so we've increased a little bit more humidity for him, so I think it may have been a bit too dry. And then this one here is another Nephrolapis, one of the smaller ones, little leaf varieties. And then here we have some Scheffleras. These we have had a very long time, or I have had, I should say, in my collection an extremely long time. And we've when we cut them back to trim them, Honza propagated them, and we've got little babies Scheffleras from the cuttings, which have done well. As I said, this is one of the ones that was a cutting too, that was taken from the top half of this one, as you can see there, the join, and that's the top part, doing very well. And they seem to just thrive here in our bedroom, because they get, as I say, indirect light, but it's a nice bright spot, which they seem very happy with, and seem to be thriving. Lots of new growth on these too. As you can see, lots of little baby leaves. So guys, that's it. That's our indoor houseplant collection. And please do go over and watch the other video to this, our cacti and succulent polytunnel collection update for May, and that should be on at the same time as this video. So guys, thanks so much for your amazing support, your amazing comments and all of your likes. And I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness and tons of plant power. As always, from Ireland. And until the next video, guys, bye. Bye.